What is up, guys? Welcome to October. It's crazy, but here I am to provide you your South Jersey market update for September 2022. Things are crazy. Not sure if you heard. The rates that we knew were going to be increasing, here we are. The experts, they forecasted that we would be at 7% before the end of the year, and boom, it seems they were right. So for the 30-year fixed, today, just checked, we're at about 7.25%. So that's gotten to a position where the mortgage companies are kind of getting creative with some options. So one of the popular ones that's going around that a lot of mortgage companies are working on is a 2-to-1 buy down. So that basically means that the buyer can pay 5% their first year, 6% their second year, and then on year 3, that goes up to the rate that they were locked in at. And those fees associated with paying those rates down gets pushed to the seller. The seller has to pay those fees. So that's kind of the quick and dirty as to what it is. But for homes that are kind of higher priced, that might be sitting a while, it is a great incentive for sellers to be able to offer that and say this particular seller is willing to offer that 2-to-1 buy down, or it can help negotiate on the buyer side. Again, if there's a listing that's sitting a little while, to ask the seller to provide that 2-to-1 buy down. So again, trying to get creative with the rates going even higher. So real quick, where we're at in terms of numbers, September 2022, we had 1,717 units listed. So this, again, all of these numbers for 2022 is showing us that the market has slowed. So that is 14% lower than September last year. There were 1,453 homes that went under contract last month. That's down 18% from last September. Homes sold decreased even more. Only 1,482 homes sold September of 2022. That's down about 25%. So that's pretty significant slowing. And again, these numbers are the South Jersey area, so Camden, Burlington, and Gloucester counties. And we are also seeing the days on market rising just 2 days. Now it's at 16 days on market. Last September was 14. Average sale price was $330,809. Of course, with inventory being lower, that appreciation is still happening overall. So we're at 11% higher than we were this time last year. And the average list price is $384,000. So that's pretty interesting. The average list price is $384,000. The average sale price is $330,000. So I think the average list price, we're going to start to see that coming down. As long as the sellers have realtors that are advising them properly. You can't list where you thought you would maybe this time 6 months ago or this time last year. And the list to sales price, still not bad, 101.5%, which is down from last year, 102%. So, and again, inventory still 1.4. So again, that is a quick snapshot of what our market looked like for September of 2022. So obviously the rates are playing a big role in the slowing that's happening. I think it's a little bit too soon to see the immediate effects of this. But what we do know for sure is that the purchasing power for buyers is it's way down. So what a buyer qualified for 3 to 6 months ago is a lot less than what they qualify for today at 7.25%. So typically that would bring the prices down. The market kind of has to meet the demand of the overall lower purchasing power of the average buyer. And we are seeing that. So if you look at the average sales price, like I said, September is 330,809. It is down from the average sale price of August of 2022, which was 343. So it's not a staggering change, but ultimately, because there is a lack of inventory, still being only 1.4, that is still keeping prices steady. So if you're a seller, my listings are still going quickly for over asking, depending on the price point and location. So really, that has to be a very individual conversation. And for buyers, I just encourage them to be in close communication with their lender, make sure that they have a good idea, check in with them, see how these rates have affected their purchasing power individually, and see what we can do. How are we going to tackle it? What are we going to do? Are we going to, if we're in the higher price points, are we going to ask for this 2-to-1 buy down? Because again, by year 3, we're hoping that we can refinance to that lower rate. Hopefully in 3 years, we're not going to be at 7. Ideally, we'll be back to 5, let's say. So yeah, again, prices are steady due to the inventory, again, being under 2. A balanced market is 6 months of inventory. So we are still a far cry from even being a balanced market. Make no mistake, we are still in the seller's market. So I hope that's helpful. If this might be helpful for somebody please feel free to share it. And if you have any questions, what is going on, how does this affect me personally, we'll go through your individual needs and see what we can do to help. But in the meantime, hope everyone has a great month. Happy October. And I hope everyone can find some sunshine in this crazy rain. All right, take care.